The Young Turks brought to you by Carbonite Online Backup. Get a free trial at Carbonite.com by using the promo code TYT, and you also get 2 months free if you decide to buy.
There was a U.S. Security Council resolution condemning Israeli settlements. Initially, last week, it appeared that the Obama administration was going to support that because we theoretically do not believe in the Israeli settlements. We think they are an impediment to peace. We've said that many times. When I saw that story first, I didn't even bring it to you because I thought there's no way in the world we're going to actually sign off on a UN resolution condemning Israel for anything. Inconceivable. And in fact, after the White House put out floaters there saying, hey, you know what, we might be going in this direction, every single person from Congress, whether it's the House or the Senate, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, came out saying, how dare you? Of course, the Israeli settlements are awesome, and we will support Israel no matter what. We don't care if they settle every single piece of land. No way. Steny Hoyer, Eric Cantor, totally bipartisan. Everybody's saying, you better back off of this. Now, what do you think President Obama is going to do? You think he's going to be a leader? And you think he's going to say, oh, I don't care what the politicians say. I don't care what Washington says. I'm going to do the right thing, the thing that I promised I was going to do, whether it was this particular resolution or what he's been saying from the beginning of his administration, on actually calling for Israel to stop its settlements. If you think Obama was going to do that, you don't know Obama at all. So what'd they do? Of course, the U.S. vetoed that resolution in the United Nations. They killed the resolution. And they said, oh, no, of course we can't have this. And then Susan Rice, our ambassador, gets up and she's going to try to explain this on television. Oh, this is precious. Wait till you listen to this load of crap. Here you go. First clip.
Well, the United States' view is that our goal is and must remain the soonest possible establishment of an independent Palestinian state. And we looked at the resolution in the light of whether it would advance that goal or harden positions and set it back. As I've said today in the Security Council, and as President Obama has said on many occasions, the United States strongly opposes continued Israeli settlement activity. So our objection was not on that point. On that point, we were united with the rest of the Council. The question for us was, would this resolution and its adoption advance that goal of achieving an independent Palestinian state or cause one or both parties to dig in and make it even harder?
But what else are the Palestinians supposed to do? U.S. efforts on peacemaking have hit a brick wall. If the Palestinians can't rely on the United States, why isn't the United Nations the right place for them to go?
Because the United Nations can't create an independent state of Palestine. It won't happen. It has to be negotiated between the two parties.
Negotiated between which parties? The Palestine papers that have been released show that, in fact, the Palestinian negotiators have been giving concession after concession year after year. They were embarrassed by those papers being released. They didn't want them released. It showed them as incredibly weak. And you know what Israel met them with? Nothing. Nothing. They got zero for their efforts. Okay? And so now we come in and say, oh, no. The United Nations, if they actually condemn Israel for illegally settling on Palestinian land, well, that would actually hurt the peace process. No, it wouldn't. It would create pressure on one side, which right now does not exist. And she knows that. What she was saying right there on Al Jazeera is a joke. J-O-K-E, joke. And she knows it. And now when the Al Jazeera reporter is going to come in and ask her about it, she's going to get all verklempt over it. Oh, how dare you? I am the UN ambassador. How could you interrupt me? Let's watch.
We can have declaration after declaration. But at the end of the day, they don't create facts on the ground.
But why veto, though, a policy?
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Our aim is to achieve the goal of an independent Palestine as swiftly as possible. President Obama came to the United Nations last year and envisioned achieving that goal by September 2011. That can only happen if the parties go back to the negotiating table, stop using declaratory attempts to divert attention, and do the tough business of negotiating.
Pathetic. She's out there trying to defend the indefensible. Obama said from the very beginning he was opposed to the settlements because anybody with two brain cells they can rub together knows that if you keep doing the illegal settlements, then you're never going to get peace. Everybody knows that. And so now she knows she buckled. They buckled. And they gave in completely. And again, for the millionth time in a row, they went and did exactly what the Israeli right-wing government wanted them to do. And by the way, this doesn't help Israel. I've said it a million times. You're never going to get peace this way, and they know it. That doesn't help Israel. That hurts Israel. But they don't have the backbone to stand up to the right-wingers in Israel, and they don't have the backbone to stand up to our Congress, which is so incredibly craven. So she goes, oh, please, how dare you interrupt me? I was in the middle of telling you lies about why we voted this way and why we killed this resolution. Now, the last clip is maybe the most amusing. She's going to tell us how killing this resolution might have actually helped the process. Oh, is that right? I'd love to hear that.
But you say that the United States wants to create an independent Palestinian state. There isn't even a peace process right now. There aren't even peace talks. The current talks have hit a wall because of the settlements. So why can't the United States come out and say that these settlements are illegal and demand a halt to them rather than partial temporary freezes? And then perhaps there might be a possibility of the two sides getting around the table and having an honest discussion with the United States as an honest broker.
Because the United States has, since for 6 administrations, been very clear that we do not accept the legitimacy of continued settlement activity. There's no question about that. We have been clear and unequivocal. But the question is, if you simply try to make declaratory statements, will that lead to the halt of settlement activity? No. In fact, it might even encourage increased settlement activity. I think that there would, in fact, perhaps have been more settlement activity had the resolution been adopted.
It would encourage more settlement activity if you voted against settlement activity? Oh, please just stop embarrassing yourself, man. This is unbelievable weakness by the Obama administration. You know that Obama gave $3 billion worth of security incentives and fighter jets to Israel for a 90-day extension of the talks? And what did it get him? As usual, nothing. Because all he ever has is carrots. He never has sticks. So he keeps saying, Israel, pretty please, if I give you another $3 billion, will you actually agree to do something that would be helpful to you, like a peace settlement? Oh, I don't know about that. And then when the one time he was going to be a tough guy and actually do what he said he was going to do and do the right thing, of course he didn't do it. Of course not. And Obama doesn't have 1% of the strength necessary to make a move like that. Inconceivable.
Eventually, you're going to have a computer disaster, your computer is going to crash, and you're going to lose all your files. But with Carbonite Online Backup, you don't have to worry about any of that because it automatically saves your files off-site. You can access all of your backed up files from any computer remotely, or if you want, you can also access your files through an iPhone or BlackBerry with Carbonite's awesome free app. Carbonite costs just $55 a year for unlimited backup for your PC or Mac. Think about it, that's less than $5 a month. Get a free trial at Carbonite.com by using the promo code TYT, and you also get 2 months free if you decide to buy.